Welcome back to War of the Ring 2nd Edition. This is it. This is the finale. We're going to finish it off in this episode. We're either going to have the Fellowship destroy the ring, the Crack of Doom, or we're going to have a military victory for the Shadow player. Alright, up first, we have 3 dice for the Free Peoples, 5 for the Shadow player. Let's get to the dice for the Free Peoples and start using them. And the dice we have left, we have 2 Will-o'-the-Wisp and a Muster. We're going to use 1 of the Will-o'-the-Wisp. We're going to change that into a character die. We are going to move the Fellowship on the Mordor track, which means we're just going to immediately draw a tile from the hunt bag. And there are 2 eyes in the hunt for the ring box. Keep that in mind. All right, let's go to the Mordor track and see what's going to happen when we draw that tile. All right, we've got Frodo and the Fellowship. We got the tile bag, and there's still a good tile in here for us. There's some more bad ones than good ones, and what do we get? Oh man, we get... No! Well, oh man. So we're going to take 2 corruption, because there's 2 dice in the hunt pool, but we are revealed. However, it let us move, though. Oh man, this is so tense. So the Fellowship moves. They are now revealed. We cannot move again until we are hidden. Oh, this is just getting so ridiculously close to the end. And we're going to take 2 corruption damage. We are going to just eat the 2 corruption damage. So let's get to the corruption track and add 2 more onto Frodo. 2 more corruption for Frodo. He's succumbing to the will of the ring. He's up to 5. He gets to 12 at any time. He immediately loses the game. The Shadow player wins by corrupting Frodo. But that hasn't happened yet. They're 1 step away from the Crack of Doom, but they're revealed, so Strider's going to have to hide them. But let's get back to the Shadow player now. They are going to be using their dice to take actions. And the Shadow player has 5 dice. What they're going to do is they are going to use a character die to move any and or all Nazgul on the board. So let's get to moving their Nazgul around Middle-earth. At this point, things are very desperate for the Free Peoples. Basically, all of Gondor and all of Rohan has been captured by the forces of evil, but they are going to fly a Nazgul to Dol Guldur, and they're going to also fly a Nazgul here to Moria. And they're also going to fly 1 to Lorien, and leaving 2 here at Edoras. And that's it for the Shadow player's action die. And now we go back to the Free Peoples and our desperate struggle to get the ring to Mount Doom. Wow, this game is incredibly close. It can be a win for either side. All right, well, we do still have Strider as the leader of the Fellowship. He can use any action die to hide the Fellowship. We're going to use the Muster die. We're going to hide the Fellowship again on the Mordor track. So let's get over to the Mordor track, hide the Fellowship one last time. Oh man, this is so close. So Strider's ability lets us hide the Fellowship on the Mordor track. We're 1 step away from destroying the ring. Oh, I don't know. It's all, the whole game is going to come down to 1 tile draw, I think. But let's go back now to the Shadow player. They have 4 dice remaining. And the Shadow player has 4 dice remaining. They're going to use a character die. They're going to move an army which has a leader. So let's go to the board and have them do that. Far in the north, we have Dol Guldur with a Nazgul, and it is going to take its 2 regular units, and it's heading north towards the woodland realm and dale to further drive the nail into the coffin of the Free Peoples. Okay, we have 1 die left. Let's get to it for the Free Peoples, and this really is do or die. 1 die left. One die to rule them all in the darkness. Bind them. So we're going to take the Will of the West. Yes, we're going to turn into a character die. We are trying to move the final space on the Mordor track to the Cracks of Doom. And this is it. This is... I cannot believe this entire game, the length of this game, all of the stuff that's gone on, has come down to this final tile draw. If we do not draw a tile that lets us move one space, yep, I think that's going to be the end of it. Like I said, I can't believe it's come down to this. We're hidden. We're one space away from the Crack of Doom. Oh, man. This is it. This is it, the Crown Royal conclusion. And you can see I'm not cheating here. What do we got? We're going to get... Oh, we pull one out of the bag. It's all... This is it. This is the fist of the finale. This is it. And it is... Yes! It's an eye tile. We're revealed, but we don't care because we get to move. Frodo's going to take 2 corruption before that move, so let's go ahead and do that. Frodo takes 2 more corruption on the final climb to the Crack of Doom. From 5 to 7, he's a long way from 12 being totally corrupted. Let's go back to the Mordor track. So we have Frodo and Sam, and we still have Aragorn, Legolas, and Boromir make the final trek to the Crack of Doom, where they take the ring and toss it in. And that, basically right there, has won the game for the Free Peoples, despite the Shadow armies basically overrunning Middle-earth. But hey, the men and the elves can rebuild. So we're going to zoom out, and we're going to wrap up the entire series. That's it. Wow, that was about as close as it can get. If we had pulled a tile that stopped the Fellowship from moving, then it would have been a military victory. So wow, we're going to zoom out. And we're going to wrap up our entire War of the Ring 2nd Edition series. So it looks like from the ashes of Rohan and Gondor, the Free Peoples will need to rebuild, and even Lorien burnt to the ground. But Frodo managed to get to the Crack of Doom and destroy the ring, and that is going to make the collapse of the Shadow forces imminent. So they lose, and the Free Peoples win. Wow, that was... that's it. That came down to about as close a game as you could possibly get. And yes, strategy-wise, did I do the best strategy for both sides? I highly doubt it. There's so many choices in this game as you go along as to what you want to do with your dice, how many eye dice to put in the pool, when to split off companions, on and on and on. I hope I haven't given you a good indication of how the game plays, at least. I've had a few rules mess-ups along the way, so please check the comments. I think I caught most of them, and yeah, I forgot a Nazgul in setup at the very beginning of the game, which may or may not have made things different. And of course, the stronghold rule that I messed up gave the upper hand to the Free Peoples for the first rounds of battle at those strongholds. But overall, I think it was a pretty informative game as to how the game plays. So once again, thanks so much to everyone who stuck with it. 21 episodes. Wow, that's a long series. I'm not sure if Middle-earth Quest or Quest, was longer. I can't remember. I'd have to take a look at the series. And also Twilight Imperium 4th Edition was not as long as this one. Wow, what can I say? It's an absolutely awesome game. If you have an afternoon or something to play with a friend, it's a really good 2-player game. One of the best, I think, ever made so far that I know of. And a little bit of news here at the end of the episode. A special thank you to Daniel, who has given me some money towards buying a new camera. And so, in fact, because Best Buy here in Canada had a good sale on cameras, I have purchased a new camera to shoot my videos with. So after this series, starting in my next series, which I am not sure what it's going to be, I'm going to be shooting in 1080p, no longer the 720. So there you have it. So thanks so much, Daniel, for that generous contribution to my Buy a New Camera Fund on PayPal, which was awesome. And so that's gonna happen in the next series. It's going to be into full HD instead of, I guess, 720 HD, which is, I don't know, whatever. But I'm very happy about that. So that's going to be awesome. And I hope the videos then will be much crisper and cleaner and clearer than they have been up to this point. I've been at this for, I think, 5 years now. I don't even know how many playthroughs now, 100 and, I don't know, 20 or something, 130. I've got about almost 1,100 videos up, and it's all board games all the time. I have lots more to do, of course. Lots more to do. New games keep coming out, it seems like daily, so it doesn't seem like this channel is going to end anytime soon, at least I hope not. So once again, to everyone out there who is viewing my content, I really do appreciate it. I have a lot of fun putting these videos together, and I hope you enjoy, seeing the different games and whatnot. And generally speaking, the games I do on my channel are the ones I really like. I've done a couple that are sort of so-so, but I still like them. I like most games. There are some games people have been suggesting that don't really appeal to me, and so basically on my channel I do what I want. So anyway, special thank you again to Daniel for that contribution. That really helped. And in my next series, 1080p. So I hope you'll join me then. Probably be, I don't know, this one's kind of burned me out a bit. Maybe a week or so for the next series to come up. I hope you really enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next playthrough series.